fourth grade. It's Mrs. Shoemaker, and I am here. I just wanted to make you some quick recorded directions for this week's STEM activity while you're at home doing STEM virtually. So this week in STEM, we're going to do this activity I call paper tables. And if you found your way here in Schoology, you'll see you're going to need some materials. Although, to be honest, today's lesson is mostly planning, and next cycle we'll do the building. So you can see down here in red, I said notice that we'll work on this activity for 2 class periods. So don't expect to get completely done today. We're going to do about half the work today and then the other half next time. So it says to use the slideshow here to work your way through the steps of the engineering design process. See if you can meet the challenge to build a table out of newspaper that will support a heavy book. So if you take a look, this is my slideshow that I would have used in the classroom to present to you personally. So our question is, can a flimsy material like newspaper be used to build a sturdy structure? And what can we do to newspaper to make it stronger? So I want you to set up a planning sheet. I started one here. Oops. Just a piece of paper, I folded it in half, and then I'm going to unfold it and fold it in half again the other direction. Basically what I'm doing is folding it into fourths, okay? And I'm going to use this paper to help me get something that you'll be able to see. I'm going to put the title and my name in the first block. And then in each of the other blocks, we're going to do the steps of the engineering design process. So the front of my paper is going to look like this. Got my title, my name, ask is going to go here, imagine is going to go down here, and the back is going to be for plan because the planning stage usually takes quite a bit of work. So once I have my paper set up, I can go to ask. How can we build a table out of just newspaper, masking tape, and a marker board that is strong enough to support a heavy book? Notice the limits and constraints at the bottom. You can only use 6 pieces of newspaper and 2 feet of tape. Your tabletop will be a marker board, or if you're at home, any flat surface that's about 9 by 12. Your table must stand at least 12 inches tall and support the weight of a heavy book. So I want you just to take about 5 minutes to kind of work with some newspaper and check it out if you have the chance. If you don't have newspaper, you can use any other paper, but I want you to check it out. Like, what could I do to this paper that would make it sturdier? Could I roll it? Could I cut it and do something to it? Could I fold it, right? What kind of method of working with this paper would cause it to be a stronger material than it is just as a flat sheet? Then you're going to sketch out some ideas down here. If you're working with someone at home, if you were able to find a sibling or a parent or a grandparent, somebody who was able to kind of join you in this project, talk about it. What do you think we should do? What do you think we should try? What about this idea, right? Part of this is the communication of ideas. Then it's time to plan. Come to a decision about what idea or ideas you're going to start with. You can always have a plan A and a plan B if you're not positive that your plan A is going to work. Draw a picture of your plan, label some important parts, like I'm going to cut the paper here, I'm going to roll it here, I'm going to tape it here, right? So show me what you think your table is going to look like. And that's probably as far as we need to get for today. If we were doing this in the classroom, we would do ask, imagine, and plan on day 1. And then that would allow us on the next class day to do the build, test, and improve piece. So make sure if you're working at home that you don't try to do everything in one 40-minute class. Don't rush through. Take some time to really do some brainstorming in the imagine step and some kind of thinking and working through this problem in the planning step. Next cycle, we'll pick up with the next piece. For your assignment in Schoology, just so that I can see what you did today for class, here under cycle 3, it says submit a picture of your planning sheet and or some comments about your paper table building activity here. So I want you to go in here and you have a couple choices. You can, over here, you'd have a submit button. You can just submit me a picture of your planning sheet. Or under here, you would be allowed to post a comment like, Mrs. Shoemaker, I worked on my paper table project, and I think I'm gonna roll my newspaper into tubes, and I'm gonna make a 3-legged table, or whatever you think you're going to do for your build next time. And this way, under this assignment, I'll know what you were up to today, even though we can't be together. So remember, 4th grade, that I will be live in Teams during your class. So if you have questions or problems, pop into Teams and I'll be happy to help you and assist you individually, or use this little envelope feature and send me a message through Schoology. I hope you're all well.